We're living in a time where a lack of due diligence has resulted in a lot of problems. And it's pretty innocent in a lot of ways because most of us are overwhelmed with responsibilities. And we're looking for an easy choice just to maintain our sanity and our health. Unfortunately, voting intelligently in an election such as the federal election and the provincial elections and the municipal elections, it's a big commitment. Now, some people really like that type of research and they do a good job. Excuse me. But a lot of us aren't into that. And how do we vote? Everyone says, you have to vote. It's like a pressure thing. And, if you're not educated on what's going on, maybe you shouldn't vote because you might just be voting for people that you would want to be friends with. I think Justin Trudeau was put leader of the Liberal Party mostly for that reason. He had a famous name. His dad was a politician, and he was good looking, and he was compassionate, and he was good in front of the camera. But if you were to do your research, you'd realize that he hasn't done a great job at appointing people into the ministries, and he's made other mistakes as well when it comes to finances. His wife spent $1 million renovating an office when he was first elected, and I guess that was approved by him and other people, and that's definitely not appropriate. And she hired like 17 of her friends to plan her day, which basically means she was just giving them tax dollars and a lot of tax dollars and great benefits. And apparently the Liberals thought that was okay. Now they got a lot of slack for that, and eventually they stopped it, but they should never have let it happen in the first place. He built a second mansion for the Prime Minister. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe the old one was falling apart, but I doubt it. Justin Trudeau seems to like spending tax dollars and giving tax dollars away to people who don't necessarily deserve as much as he gives them, and then not giving them to the people who do. And I don't understand it. So I don't want to put a lot of judgment out there, but if you vote Liberal, do some research because you might not in the end. And if you vote Conservative, then still do your research. No matter who you have voted for in the past, you need to do your research, especially if I'm on the candidate list, because I am unique and valuable. And I discussed it on my website, but basically because I'm a science-based author on topics that are fundamental to human evolution. And that's mind, body, spirit, health, and performance enhancement strategies. I focus on other societal development topics as well. And I think when it comes down to choosing a candidate, you want somebody who's authentic and well-educated. And a lot of candidates don't even write their own articles or their own speeches. And I think that is horrendous. And I know it's a norm. It's like everybody does it. I don't do it. I don't have the volunteer base. And even if I did, I would take suggestions, and I definitely appreciate criticism, and I would like some more of it, to be quite honest with you. So please do your research and get back to me. Tell me what you think could be better, because I want to be better. I believe the meaning of life is to contribute to the evolution of the whole. And my books are basically the fundamental skills for optimizing our ability to contribute to the evolution of the whole. And I live those practices. So please give me the opportunity to build Canada with that science-based knowledge at its foundation, so future generations are educated with valuable life-enhancing skills that makes it easier for them to contribute to the evolution of our country, as well as prevents them from dragging it down. And the things that drag us down are like the healthcare system, people that are dependent on the healthcare system. The healthcare system is good, okay? Thumbs up for the healthcare system. But some people just let their bodies completely degrade, and then we keep them alive. And they're not always very comfortable lives. It's something that maybe we shouldn't be doing. But nobody likes to cause pain or to neglect. And I agree. But we're moving into a future where we're going to have to make more of those decisions. COVID pushed a lot of doctors to make those decisions. Climate change is also going to push us to make those decisions, because we're not going to be able to take in all the immigrants when their homelands become inhabitable. And we're not going to be able to help everybody who gets harmed here in Canada when weather becomes more severe. So let's prevent this to our greatest ability. Absolutely. You can definitely count on me to work in that direction, as well as other Green Party candidates. But I'm not so sure about the Conservatives, because they don't even have an environmental platform. And they're building one, and they might have one now as you're watching this, but as the news reported, they're only doing it because the voters want it. And to me, that's like political puppet confessions right there. We're only going to do it because the voters want it. Well, where's your heart in that? And how well are you going to support that when special interest groups start applying pressure? We all know that the Conservatives and Liberals have a lot of evidence that they have special interest groups controlling them, at least to a degree. And I'm not saying that it's true, although a lot of other people who are more exposed to the knowledge and more directly involved will say it's true. I'd like to get that out of politics, but it's not our first priority right now. We have to address climate change. We have to prepare our country for more extreme weather and to take on more immigrants. In the meantime, I think we can put other ministries to work and other organizations within the government to work on making Canada better in other ways, such as the Ministry of Digital Governments. I believe that it would be a very valuable thing for them to start developing the Global Debate website in partnership with some private companies, because it will help improve our democracy as well as decision making for every large organization that wants to use it. For a fee, of course. It's a very profitable website that I discuss on my website, superhumanstrategies.com. So I thank you for your attention and your time. Please keep doing research on all of the candidates, and I suspect you will find that I am unique and valuable. What I represent is underrepresented in Parliament, and all across Canada, there's probably not very many people with my skill set and credentials. I believe for the sake of Canada's future, the Foothills riding needs to put me into Parliament. Please give this serious thought. I know a lot of you don't know me that well, so please get to know me, because it might be now or never. And I think if we keep going the direction that we've been going with the same mindsets that are already in Parliament, we're going to have a very large wealth divide, and we're going to have more social instability in our country. So let's prevent that and get more science-based people representing us in Parliament.